months ago, I found a cookie tin with 63 notes in 2 different kids' handwriting. For 20 years, everyone I loved had insisted that the girl I spent an entire childhood with never existed. 2 days after I posted a photo of those notes, a stranger messaged me. I wrote those. I was 8 when we rented the farmhouse at the dead end of Corliss Road. My parents' last attempt at saving the marriage. They fought in the kitchen. I disappeared into the apple orchard behind the property line. That's where I met Ren. She was my age, more or less. She was also a collection of small wrong details. She never went to my school. She never crossed the tree line toward the road. Her clothes were clean, but strange, like they'd come from an older decade. She appeared out of nowhere, and when a car door slammed, she'd go still as a rabbit. She made me swear, pinky, spit, everything, never to tell a grown-up about her. We left notes for each other in a gap under the loose board of the collapsed barn. Jokes, drawings, complaints about my parents' war. Every note, both of us, signed the same 2 words. Still here. I broke the promise within a month. My mother walked the whole orchard with me and found nobody. She drove to the only house past it, where an old woman answered and said she lived alone. The school had no record of any girl. The counselor explained that children invent companions during a divorce. My parents begged me to stop talking about her. I was scaring them, so I stopped, out loud anyway. The fall the divorce went final. Ren's notes stopped. A week of nothing, then 2. The day the moving truck came, I left one last note under the board. It said the truest thing I knew. You're not imaginary. Wherever they take me, I'll keep saying so. She never answered it. We drove away, and I spent 20 years letting everyone sand her down into a symptom. Even my fiancé treats the story carefully, the way you'd handle someone's odd heirloom. You were 8, she says. Memory is a storyteller. She's right about memory. That's the problem with being the only witness. In June, a work trip put me an hour from Corliss Road, and I drove out on a Sunday. The farmhouse was gone. Survey stakes and a bulldozer waited at the orchard's edge, but the barn's skeleton was still there, and so was the loose board, and under it, wrapped in a bread bag, a rusted cookie tin, 63 notes, half of them in a handwriting that was not mine and never had been. I sat in the dirt and cried like the 8-year-old who'd been told he made her up. She was real. She had always been real. That night, I photographed a few notes, no names, just the handwriting, and posted them in the county's history Facebook group. Did anyone remember a family with a girl out past Corliss Road around 2004? People guessed, joked, moved on. 2 days later, a message request from a woman 2 states away. No greeting. Just, I wrote those. Is the last one still under the board? Then 2 more words that emptied my lungs. Still here. Her name really is Ren. The explanation is one no 8-year-old could invent. The old woman who lived alone was her grandmother, hiding her through a custody war with a man the courts kept failing to stop. No school enrollment, no doctors, stay off the road, stay away from adults, stay invisible. She broke every rule for one person, the sad kid from the rental next door. When her father finally traced them, her grandmother packed the car at 2 in the morning, and Ren watched the orchard disappear out the back window. That's why the note stopped. We met at a diner halfway between our lives. My fiancé in the next booth. Ren brought a shoebox. Inside was every note I'd ever left her. She'd grabbed them the night they ran. Everything except the last one, the one she never got to read. I slid it across the table, 20 years late. I watched a grown woman read 11 words from a dead orchard and come apart. I spent my whole childhood being nobody, she said. You were the only proof I was ever there. All those years, I thought I needed the notes to prove she existed. She'd been keeping mine to prove that she did. 2 kids, each carrying the other's evidence. The tin and the shoebox share a shelf now. Every conversation still ends the same way it always did. 2 words, both of us, still true, still here.